What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday. Hope you guys all had an amazing day so far, and let's get right into another recap here. So, today you guys will notice from looking at the charts, this is how NQ performed on the day, and there was great opportunity today to make money when the market opened up for a rally up on TQQQ, or vice versa. If you thought the market looked like it wanted to start selling off, there was plenty of opportunity to make money on SQQQ as well, right? With the market pushing down. So I was able to fortunately end green on the day and hear all my filled orders on the day. I only traded TQs and SQs like my brother and I usually always do, right? And I was up $40 on TQQQ, so I was able to make some money as the market went up. And I also made a little more on SQs as the market started to sell off, right? Nothing crazy on either one, but I was just near my goal of 1% on the day, right? I used $10,000 to trade, so that'd be $100, and I was up just over 60 on the day, so not the best, but definitely happy with how I was able to end green on both of the stocks, right? So here are all my filled orders, and if you guys will go ahead and notice, the first half of my trades I took on the day were on TQQQ, right? Because that makes sense, because I wanted to go with direction when I saw the market open up right here at 6:30. I wanted to do my part in going with direction, right? I kept seeing TQs wanting to push up for higher highs and higher lows, so that's why I decided to focus on it. And it's not until I saw direction want to start changing and NQ started to fall and breaking that pattern of higher highs and higher lows, right? It's not until I saw that change of pattern where you'll notice the second half of my day I started to look to only focus on SQQQ because I saw the market really wanted to change direction, right? It's as simple as that. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover with you guys kind of briefly how I was able to profit, what I was looking at. So, like I told you guys, right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning. And unfortunately, I woke up a little late today, right? I woke up like around 6:45, like 15 minutes after the market opened up. And when I hopped onto TOS right here, I saw that the market was very bullish, right? It was doing a great job of holding above this blue EMA line here. And anytime it would try and find any form of resistance, it would fade a little bit, only to keep pushing higher and higher, right? It was validating this blue line as a support, and it was just doing a great job of riding it for higher highs, like I just said, and higher lows, right? That is just a great uptrending signal, and that's why I wanted to pay attention to it. So I decided to buy into TQQQ only in with a quarter initially, right? That's why you guys will notice I buy in increments. I bought in initially with only 70 shares. I used $10,000 to trade, and I bought in with around $2,500, right? And that was at 6:49, and it's not until a couple minutes later that I saw the market kept pushing where I really wanted to add, right? I bought in initially right around here, and as the market pushed up a little, kind of faltered a little bit, and then formed another leg up, validating this uptrending pattern. I decided to add more to TQQQs, and it wasn't until it approached this general area right here that I decided to lock in the majority of my profit. And the reason for that is because if we look at the bigger picture time frames, this is a 5-day 5-minute, you'll notice there was a common resistance we were approaching right around that level, right? There were two different times in like the past week where the Nasdaq has got rejected off of this general area. So that's what I wanted to look out for. I saw a nice push up, and I didn't want to do my part in getting too greedy, right? I wanted to lock in the majority of my position size where it made sense. So I sold the majority of my shares. And once the market looked like it didn't want to keep pushing up and it started a trend below this EMA line here, that's when I decided to cut the last quarter I had. So I was up still on the day, like I showed you guys, $40 on the day. And then I end up making the rest of my money basically just going with the change of direction. I only bought into SQs. I believe I made my money in buying in with a quarter and then selling. I never averaged into it. That's why I didn't make so much money on it. But the reason why I wanted to focus on it now was because the whole point of NQ continuing to be bullish was because it was validating this blue EMA line here as a support, right? And it didn't want to really break below it. Anytime it did, it may have been brief, and it just used it to form another leg up. But Once we hit some resistance right around here, we saw that NQ wanted to start kind of fizzling out. And once we saw it really start to break below this blue EMA line here, it's now basically showing you that this pattern it was using to uptrend is no longer valid, right? It's looking like it wants to break that pattern and now potentially try a change of direction. So once I saw it start to fall below right around here, I was really looking out for it because it could have just formed another leg up, but we did get the rejection. So it was basically validating to me that NQ did want to start to change directions, right? It was going to now start to use this blue EMA line here as a resistance rather than a support. So that's what I ended up seeing. I bought in with a quarter. After there was a big sell-off, I sold, and I ended up doing it one more time, right? I bought and ended up selling. I didn't get the majority of these legs down, and you'll end up seeing, obviously, that I sold early. But I was just happy with how it turned out, and I did have to basically go for the day, right? Head out to work at 9:30, so I didn't want to keep trading or anything like that. And yeah, I was just happy with where I was at on the day. So I hope this made sense to you guys in terms of how I'm able to look at the pattern. It's really just a matter of using these indicators, right? The EMA line, the VWAPs, and just seeing where the market wants to keep going, right? What direction it's really trying to validate. And once I ask myself that, I try and go with direction, and average into it when it's really showing signs it wants to go my way. And of course, make sure to look at the bigger picture time frames to make sure you're looking out for any potential resistances, right, or supports. Because if I didn't look at the bigger picture time frame, I may have been kind of oblivious to these other potential spots where the market could have got rejected, and I would have basically had no clue, right, or seen that coming, and I may have wanted to get greedy and keep holding when in reality it would have been smart to load off a lot of shares because it has gotten rejected here before, right? That's just what would make sense to me. So that's just it for the recap. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and make sure to leave any comments or questions down below in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great weekend. Take care.